Now, fudge is something that I grew up eating. It's really easy to make actually, and it doesn't take that much ingredients. So I'm gonna show you guys how to make it today. So stay tuned.
So I have a pot on heat right here. Into that I'm gonna add 2 cups of sugar. You could use brown sugar, but I do not have any brown sugar right now. So I'm using white. I'm also going to add 2 cups of coconut milk. To that I'm going to add 1 whole can of sweetened condensed milk. And you just want to keep stirring this. You just want to keep stirring. And I have my heat on medium. And you want to use a heavy bottom or like a non-stick pan, because you really do not want this to stick. So yeah, you got a lot of stirring to do. So just gonna keep stirring and stirring and stirring and stirring. And you're gonna keep stirring this until it starts thickening up. So now fudge is something that I grew up loving, but it's very sweet, so you can't eat too many of it because you know you're trying to get diabetes out here. But it's one of those sweet treats that just really hits a spot. The coconut together with the milk. And I love a melt in your mouth fudge. You know those fudge when you just bite into it and it just melts into your mouth? That's the kind of fudge that I like. Not too hard, but not too soft either. Just that happy medium. So that's what we're going to try to get today. Play with it, adjust your heat, and keep stirring. The liquid is going to evaporate. And the sugars and everything is going to caramelize and reduce. And that's what we really want.
And I did crank up my heat and I switched to my wooden spoon, as you see here. At this point, it's starting to really thicken up. As you guys could see, you can visually see that it's getting nice and thick, and that's what we want. So I'm just gonna keep stirring until it reduces to about half. So it has reduced to about half, as you guys can see, and it really thickened up nicely. And at this point you could add some grated ginger, about a tablespoon or more of grated ginger, which is gonna really take this up a notch. I didn't have any, and it's fine like that, but you could add it as well.
So I'm just gonna drop a little bit in some water and see if it's hardens up. It's more like a toffee consistency. So we're gonna cook it a little bit more for a few more minutes. Looking like peanut butter now, right? I'm gonna remove it from the heat. Nice peanut butter consistency. from the heat right here. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and add a tablespoon of butter in there. And I'm going to mix that butter in. Alright, and pour the fudge mixture right in the bowl. Just gonna pour that in there.
I would advise, however, that you at least grease the bottom of your bowl or use wax paper in the bottom, so in that way it would be really easy for you to remove the fudge. It was a little bit of struggle, just a tiny bit of struggle for me to remove it. So yeah, I would advise that you line your pan or whatever you're using to set your fudge with some wax paper, or probably spray it a little bit, so it would really help the fudge to come out easier. And you got to move quick with this because it sets really fast. And before it hardens, you want to score it with a knife. Cut out your pieces before it hardens, because when it sets and get hard, you're not going to be able to do that. So I'm just scoring it here, cutting out my cubes, and I'm gonna leave it to set for a couple minutes, and there you have your fudge. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will leave the recipe in the description bar, so please be sure to check that out, and I'll see you lovely people in my next video. Later.